And we begin tonight with the sixth straight night of protests against federal immigration enforcement around the valley. Hundreds of people marched around the Arizona State Capitol this afternoon before making their way to downtown Phoenix. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Tonight's protests weren't quite as large as the ones we've seen in recent evenings. Tonight, we're hearing from organizers about the push to make sure that these protests remain peaceful.
12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra has been monitoring these demonstrations and is live at the Arizona State Capitol where things remained peaceful tonight. Gabby?
Well, Mark Caribe, state troopers cleared the last few remaining protesters from the state capitol just about an hour ago. Tonight, we didn't see any fireworks being thrown or street racing. Things remained peaceful, which the organizers I spoke with say is the best way to get their message across. For 6 days straight, protesters have been filling the streets advocating for immigrant rights.
They have misconception that being here undocumented, all of us are criminals. That's not the reality.
But as the sun sets, the peaceful protesters seem to go home, and we've watched several of these demonstrations take a violent turn. From criminal damage to street racing.
Clearly it got out of hand.
Actions of demonstrators have led to police declaring unlawful assemblies and using pepper balls to disperse crowds. There's been at least 2 arrests this week.
We don't condone to none of this.
Organizations who are trying to send a message of solidarity say these actions are diluting the purpose of the demonstrations.
It's okay to feel angry, but it's not okay to act on that.
Reyna Montoya, the founder and CEO of Aliento, Arizona, works to serve undocumented DACA and families of mixed immigration status.
If we really want to be a community that they're seeing all our contributions, that they're seeing that we want to really be part of this country, I think it's really important that the message that we sent out is a message of unity, a message of peace.
Some protesters at Wednesday's 50 protests in 50 states rally went out of their way to make sure the event stayed peaceful.
Making sure we're not blocking any streets, making sure when large groups are crossing that they're crossing safely. It's not good optics if we're making people angry.
Montoya encourages people to redirect their emotions toward change that can be positive.
There's ways that we can show up. There's ways that we can continue to raise our voice, but making sure that we're doing it with a message of hope and peace.
And the messaging from the police departments who are responding to these protests is that they respect the right to peacefully assemble and exercise free speech, and they will only intervene if criminal behavior interrupts those activities. Live at the state capitol, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gabby, thanks. Phoenix wasn't alone. There were protests across the country today, with crowds marching and voicing their opposition to changes made by the Trump administration. This is part of a nationwide movement called 50 Protests, 50 States, One Day. You can see some of those protests in several big cities across the country.